say be scary and then send us live. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Welcome to our game of To Serve Her Wintry Hunger. We are calling this one Children of the Winter Queen. And we hope tonight that we will weave a dark and icy tale of a winter queen, me, in case it's not obvious, and her 4 spirits that are there to do her bidding. Before we begin, I will just briefly go over some safety stuff. To start with, To Serve Her Wintry Hunger, for those that don't know, is made by Cavalry Games, who created 10 Candles, which I think more people will know. Every single time I mention that game, I've never played it myself. Every single time I mention that game, everyone goes, oh! So 10 Candles. And we all know that to be quite a sort of tragic and dark game in itself. I would say that To Serve Her Wintry Hunger still definitely lands on some dark themes. It is definitely a mature game, possibly not as dark as 10 Candles can get, but that of course depends upon my spirits and the story that they weave. It is a game about telling a dark fairy tale, essentially. The arc of the tale will follow our 4 very wicked and deadly spirits as they hunt, harry, capture, and ultimately kill, or at least serve up to their rather hungry queen, an innocent human lost in the woods. The spirits will be cruel to their prey, but are also encouraged to be nasty, competitive, and bitter to each other. Even the game's facilitator, me, the Queen of Winter, may at times belittle the characters or take autonomy away from them in some way. I would encourage you, if you are here and that doesn't sound like your jam, please feel free to step away. I really appreciate your support, but obviously I would like everyone to be looking after themselves and to be putting their own safety and their own headspace first. That's very, very important. And I will note that I have had a session 0 and I have discussed with my players exactly how the game is going to go. We know our lines and veils, and safety is very important at this kind of table. With that said, before we begin, what I will do is I will go round to each of my lovely players. I see chat getting excited about me in costume. This doesn't happen often, okay? So it's a very special game because I am dressed up. Oh, hello. I think we have the game's creator in chat with us. I didn't see that until just this second. Hello, Stephen. Lovely to see you. Yes, we're playing your game. That's really cool. Now I'm completely lost where I am and what I'm doing. I will go around to each of my players, and I will go in the order of favor that each of my players has with the Queen of Winter herself. So we will start with fire or flame.
Hi, yes, that's me. Hello. So let's see. Pulling up my notes.
If you could just give us who you are and your pronouns, and then just who you will be playing today.
Oh, yes. Hi. Blanking. Just got off
No,
work.
don't worry.
Anyway.
That was me.
Hello.
That was completely my fault. I left out half of what I expected you to do. Please just introduce yourself at this stage. Yeah.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your mother, Ava, here. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm going to be playing the flame today. Ooh.
Lovely. Next up, Shah.
Hello, everyone. So jazzed to be here. I'm Charlene Bayer. I go by Char. My pronouns are she, they, and I will be playing Hunger, who also uses she, they pronouns.
Yes. Next up, if we could have the lovely Ren.
Hi, I'm Ren. I go by they, them pronouns, and today I'll be playing the Bloodthirsty Cold.
Ooh, cold. Cold in the winter? Doesn't seem likely. And last but certainly not least, or certainly least if we're going by the game's last but certainly least, let's go with Krifu.
Hi, I'm Krifu. I use he, him pronouns, and today I'm playing Fear, the lowliest of the Winter Queen's children, who uses they, them pronouns.
Amazing. And I am Kat, for those of you that don't know me. I am otherwise known as the Law Mistress. And I am playing, I am facilitating today's game. I'm not playing any character, but I have decided to dress up and take on the role of the Winter Queen herself. And yeah, I will be guiding our players through this game and this story, and hopefully we will tell an interesting and terrifying tale for you all to behold. All right, so let us begin. The winter has come, and you live to serve me. I hunger, and I have called upon you, spirits of snow, to gather the sustenance for me. I have summoned forth a terrible storm, and I have cast you within it to hunt, harry, and capture a lone, wandering man who has become lost in my winter woods and swirling blizzard. Your task is plain: to gather up this strayed soul and bring them before my icebound throne, alive, to be drained and feasted upon by me, your ineffable and voracious mistress, as all will inevitably be. I am of the wintry solstice winds. It is said by those mortals who have claimed to see me that I appear on snowy nights as a tall, ethereal, and entrancing woman with long hair and faint blue lips. My skin is pale, inhumanly so, and at times I stand nearly transparent. I am garbed in a wintry white dress, and I leave no footprints in the snow. None have seen me feed but my victims, those wanderers unlucky enough to lose their way in my swirling blizzard, and they are found as pale and blue and icebound as I am said to be. My winter woods are abandoned, save for foolhardy beasts and obedient foliage. Though no mortals make their home within my forest, travel through my trees is far from rare, since villagers border my domain, and humans are far from wise. Here we will tell a tale of my snow spirits. They serve and worship and revere their icy mistress, and they know of no contrary existence. They're tricky and cruel and revel in the capture and consumption of humans lost in their lady's winter winds. They are not kind, not even to each other. Those spirits are competitive, boastful, arrogant little braggarts who mock and threaten and manipulate their fellows. But, of course, despite their torturous games, callous jests, or harsh belittlements, they all serve me. And not one of them would let their vicious competition stand in the way of success. So be warned, names may be called, and shall be well deserved, as small and foolish spirits like these are worthless little things, such that even I may comment on their incompetence. But please remember that it is and should forever be in good fun. I am said to take many forms, and my spirits too are strange and shifting and unbound things. Some will say that they are nothing more than the icy chill of a deadly winter storm, their knives only exposure, their incantations merely frostbite and frozen breath. Yet others will claim that they are true and wicked beings, tireless in their pursuit and wielding a merciless intellect as sharp as their blades. The truth of things, well, that is their tale to tell. So, spirits, pay heed. Each of you must now present one of the tokens of spirit. The token that you have claimed shall be the mantle you wear. Let us begin with proud and favored Flame. You are the only fire burning in my forest, ice blue and eternal. I keep you near. You are my favorite, of course. Answer these questions and any others that the spirits may ask of you after. So, Flame, the Winter Queen has captured your heart. Where does she hide it away for safekeeping?
It is very rare for my mistress to show herself, but the few times that she makes her presence known, you see a small flicker of red within her center, and is within her form that she keeps my heart.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And where does she keep you in her icebound castle? Where does she like to look upon the dance of your flame?
There was a time that she kept me in a music box, but she has found amusement recently in a snow globe with gifts of ice statues to keep me company.
I am generous.
Thank you.
I consume every thought in your mind. I feast on them. Yet still I hunger. Why have your thoughts failed to satiate the Winter Queen?
I've grown a bit bored of my life, and so I guess it's fair to say the passion has died, just ever so slightly.
And finally, Flame, when will you cease to love your mistress?
When I'm no longer her favorite.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Of course.
Okay,
Of
so we
course
will
not.
now go in order of favor. Hunger, cold, and fear will all be provided an opportunity to ask a question of Flame, should they choose. We will start with you, Hunger. Do you have a question for Flame?
Tell me of your greatest achievement in our previous hunt.
What is my greatest achievement? I think my greatest achievement was setting fire to the last hunt. Not enough to kill, but enough to give a smoky taste to our mistress. That was quite fun.
Of me a smoky taste. my secret kryptonite, just some smoked ribs. All right. Cold, do you have a question for Flame?
Flame, you are the opposite of me, but we were friends once. Why did that change?
Because I stopped being your favorite so many years ago.
All right. Last but certainly least, I'm going to keep saying that. Fear, do you have a question for Flame?
Flame, what is your favorite fuel to burn that is findable in the woods?
I just so love using you. It's the greatest feel in nature. The taste of fear.
Oof, oof. All right. So you have each asked your question. Flame, as you are my favorite, you have presented your token, my first and greatest token of favor. You may take the token labeled 1 and put it next to your own fiery token in the center.
Okay.
And we shall move on to unrelenting hunger. Hunger, I have granted you a generous gift. I have bestowed upon you the same glorious, undying hunger that I can never escape myself. Answer these questions and any others that the spirits may ask of you. Which of your fellow spirits did you betray for the Winter Queen to grant you such a rare and envious prize?
Cold. Cold was climbing the ranks. We used to work hand in hand, but I had to unfortunately betray them long ago to gain a step up.
I see. You hunger unendingly, as the Winter Queen does, but your will is weak. Unbeknownst to her, you have found something to slake your hunger and feed your undying appetite. What is it?
I secretly feed on light, whether it be streaks of sunlight peeking through the clouds or bouncing rays reflected off a mountain of snow. It fuels me.
You have told one of your fellow spirits about your hidden feasting. Who among them were you foolish enough to confide in?
Hunger is no fool. I confided in Fear. I respect them despite their status in the group. Plus, if they were ever to share my deeds, no one would believe them.
Yes! I love this. Finally, the Winter Queen whispers secrets to you and no others in her winter winds. What few words can you make out?
Threatens the rain.
Ooh, that was creepy. I love it. Okay. So now we turn to Flame. First of all, do you have a question for Hunger?
My dearest Hunger, we work so well together, but I'm curious. Do you really ever see a chance for your hunger to be fulfilled? Or do you run from that potential?
Of course, I'd never wish for my hunger to be filled. The Queen's gift is ever giving, and I could never wish to be sated.
All right. Next up, Cold. Do you have a question for Hunger?
In your desire to climb the ranks, you have stolen something from one of us. What was it?
As I know, the Winter Queen loves information and secrets that she whispers to me alone. I try to return the favor when I can, and I stole Flame's journal. A journal that they keep secretly nestled under their bed.
Oh! All right. Okay, and last of all, Fear. Do you have
Hunger.
a question?
Recently, from one of our more recent hunts, I had hidden away something precious that we had taken from our victim. What was it, and why did you eat it?
why did you eat it?
A silver pendant, a clasp that opens, featuring a drawing, no photos, of a young girl. Her innocence feeds my soul. And I munched and crunched on this pendant, its shards piercing my heart.
Okay. All questions have been asked and answered. Hunger, you have pleased me. You may claim the Winter Queen's second token of favor. We move on to bitter and bloodthirsty cold. Cold. I have never forgiven you for the human you failed to capture many storms ago. As a fitting punishment, I deny you the treasured warmth of the blizzard's embrace, leaving you shivering in the pale sunlight. Answer these questions and any others that the spirits may ask of you. Cold. Did you set the human free, or did you end their life before the Winter Queen could feast upon them?
I ended their life.
That's great. Okay. What was it the human told you? What was it they said to you, O foolish spirit, such that you allowed this to occur?
The human, it challenged me. It spoke. It spoke of its grandiose thoughts of what it would do once it bypassed, defeated me. And I could not let the challenge stand. I do not blame my frigid highness for punishing me. I would punish me too.
Unbeknownst to your Winter Queen, you have been stealing warmth from the blood of your kills. What was the first prey from which you siphoned comfort? What have you killed?
It was a fox chasing a vole just into its adulthood. I followed it for some time, and I twisted the wings slightly to make it go just a bit off track until I felt the heat of its hope beginning to flicker and fade, and I found it and kept it.
And finally, which of your many knives is your favourite? What did you craft it of? And how have you named it?
My favorite knife is my oldest, my truest. Obsidian black is the blade carved from midnight and stars and bones as old as humanity. It is reckoning, and all will be brought to it.
Was that a good yes, Queen moment? Was that it? Yep, I feel like that was. That was something that was requested from players. We wanted yes, Queen moments. And that was one of them, I think.
I'm pleased to grant.
Right.
I'm here for it.
Flame, do you have a question to ask of Hunger? Of Cold, I apologize.
Of course. My dearest Cold, my once great confidant, my other half. Of the rest of us, who do you fear the most?
Why you need look no further than yourself, dearest flame.
Oh, you flatter me.
All right. Hunger. Do you have a question for Cold?
Cold. I wonder, what will it take for you to rise up and claim your true spot in Flame's place?
It is so interesting that you think the limitations of my aspirations stop at flame.
I'm right here.
Hmm.
I'm just kidding. All right, that was a good answer. Fear. Do you have a question for Cold?
Cold. Where in the Winter Queen's kingdom do you go to meditate and contemplate?
At the edge of the forest, there is a lake where parts are eternally frozen. That is nice, I suppose.
I love that. Well, Cold, all questions have been asked and answered. Cold, I have spurned you. You may claim the Winter Queen's third token of favour. And I suppose that means that we must move on to Fear. Worthless, forgotten, and insignificant. Fear. The Winter Queen, I, have left a single memory intact when I first stole you away. And it is enough to make you fear me. Answer these questions. The flowers that you remember from your village, Fear, can you describe them?
In the early spring, I remember snow bells. Small flowers with white bells hanging low to the ground.
Why do you think it is that the Winter Queen still allows you to dream?
It's simple. My dreams cause me to suffer more, and therein provide her more enjoyment.
I do so enjoy suffering. You have found, Fear, a way to free your fellow spirits. But at what great personal sacrifice?
My final memory. I would have to feed that to the Winter Queen's fierce blizzard and lose all remnant of myself.
So then, Fear, why do you continue feeding the Winter Queen, this monster? Are you too weak, or are you simply a coward?
I'm happy to play the role of court jester for my queen and fellow spirits to mock and put down. I continue to hunt because I have learned to enjoy it, to cause the fear that I feel to occur within these humans, and to make myself feel just at least a little bit bigger than I usually do.
Well, Fear, you are a sad and pathetic little spirit. This is not a question, and usually I would say you deserve none further. However, on this occasion, I suppose we have the time, and I am, after all, generous. So, Flame, do you have a question for Fear?
Tasty, tasty Fear. I sometimes pity you. So I guess my question is, do you wish to gain favor, or do you simply wish to be let go and simply rest?
While the idea of rest and nothingness is attractive, spite grows within me. Gaining the Queen's favor would certainly make the rest of my spirits feel less than.
Ooh, tasty. All right, Hunger, do you have a question for Fear?
Dear mistress, I would not waste your time with any questions for the lowly Fear.
Well, then we shall simply move on to Cold. Do you have a question for Fear?
Fear. Oh, Fear. There is one among us with whom you would seek perhaps a temporary alliance. Who would it be?
It would not be the first time I have sought alliances amongst my spirits. And each time I have tried, I have only been knocked down, stabbed in the back, betrayed, or mocked. But it is you, Cold, who I feel a kinship with. For the hollowness inside me I can also see reflected in your eyes.
All right. Fear. You are a sad and pathetic spirit. Take my token of disfavor and sit quietly. There is much yet to be done. I hunger. A human has become lost in my storm, and I will send you out to temper them with ice and bring them before me for consumption. To achieve this, you must hunt the human down, capture them alive, and commit them to frost. This will be no easy task, but I expect it done nonetheless. Succeed, and perhaps I shall reward you. Fail, and you will feel my wrath. With that being said, we have now built a little of the world and understand our spirits a little better. So we will now head to break, take a little time, grab a drink, take meds, make sure that you are well rested, dehydrated, and ready. We will be back in around 15 minutes time. And once we arrive back, we shall begin the hunt and see if our spirits manage to achieve this task that I have set before them. So, thank you all so much for joining us, everyone that has. I have briefly glanced at chat, but I have had to do a lot of reading. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Stick with us if you are. We will be back shortly. We're having a really great time currently. So, bye-bye. Hello, everyone. We are back with Children of the Winter Queen, our one-shot of To Serve Her Wintry Hunger. We have just come back from a break, if you're just joining us. We have met our 4 wicked spirits. We have learnt a little about them. And so that you're aware, the Winter Queen, I have set them on a task. They are to retrieve a human that has become lost in the blizzard, and they are to bring him to me so that I may feast upon him. It is a very simple task, and as long as they do their job and do it well, so they should be fine. What we will do now is we will begin our hunt spirits, if you are all ready. We're all feeling good. Yes, I can see you're just itching. I just have this image of just this like gate opening and the 4 of you just like flying out into the forest. So we will go with that. What I require my spirits to do, first of all, is you should each have 66 in front of you. I would like you all to roll. Because each spirit, essentially, for those of you who have never played this game before, is required to construct and call upon the power of a single perfect flake of snow. And to do so, they must create this flake through their hunt. So, if you will all roll those dice, and we are looking for you to roll at least 1-1. Okay, so I'm going to go round. I'm going to go in order of favor, of course. Flame, did you roll a 1?
I rolled 2 ones.
Perfect. Okay. Hunger, did you roll a 1?
1-1.
Lovely. Cold, did you roll a 1?
1-1.
Amazing. Fear, did you roll a 1?
I also managed to scrape together 1.
I thought you were about to say, I got a rock.
It's like no one for Fear.
But it's a really good rock.
Amazing. Well, you're making this look so easy, spirits. You have all managed to achieve what you set out to do and roll your first one. So, in this case, for the questions that will be answered, we will, as we always do, go in order of favor that you hold with the Winter Queen. So, Flame, you are the first. Speak of the howling winds and how they carry you aloft. Did someone teach you to fly, or does the wind owe you a debt?
I think back when she was close with Cold taught her how to fly. So the winds carry her like a very strong, kind of like a hurricane breeze, where it's kind of warm, kind of sticky, but it like remains a very passing thing, very quiet, but very like nippy whenever someone encounters it.
Amazing. All right. Hunger, you are the second. Speak of the snow, how it shifts and twists. What do you say or shout or whisper to the snowflakes as you charge through them?
As I rush through the snow, my spectral feet kick up an additional flurry as I quicken my pace. And I begin whispering sounds that will hopefully draw this human man, this insignificant piece of sustenance for our queen, further into her wood. I think of his fondest memories, and I whisper laughter of his family and make him hunger for their company.
I love it. Ava is the hype queen in this. All right. Well, Cold, you are third. Speak of the icy chill of winter and how it claws and cuts into you. Do you embrace the biting cold, or do you flee from it in terror?
I am what I was made to be, and so the embrace of the cold, though I long for some warmth, is kin to me. So of course I enfold it within me. Ice, cold, we are all the same, no?
All right. And lastly, Fear. You are the last to arrive. Speak of how even you, foolish spirit, managed to be a little turned around by the blizzard's swirling.
Although the cold and dark of the blizzard is something I am used to, there is a peace inside my hollow heart that recalls the time when I too once was caught in the Winter Queen's blizzard. And I can sense a spark of sympathy for our prey.
A dangerous thing to sense. All right, so you all rolled and achieved a 1 through rolling. So you may all make a significant cut to your snowflake. Okay. Also, I would like you to now take that 1 that you rolled and put it aside. And you will now have a pool of 5d6 to roll with. Okay?
So, quick
yes,
question.
go on.
I rolled 2 1s, so does that mean I have a pool of 4?
You discard 1. You could have used that if someone had not rolled a 1. You could have used that to kind of give them pity, but everyone rolled a 1. Sadly, as much as I love an overachiever, Flame, I truly do, and I expected nothing less from my favorite. But unfortunately, it is not quite going to serve you in this moment.
Of course, okay.
All right. So, if you have all made your cuts and you have all moved aside your dice with a 1, take then your pool of 5 dice. And I would like you to try to roll a 2 this time as you roll your 5 dice. All right, I'm already loving the look on Fear's face. Okay, those of you rooting for the underdog, maybe don't. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we will again go in order of favor, as our favor has not changed currently. Flame, did you manage to roll a 2?
I rolled 2 2s again.
Of course you did, my sweet. Hunger, did you roll a 2?
I continue steady on with 1 2.
1 2, lovely. Cold, did you roll a 2?
1 2.
1 2. And Fear, dare I ask, did you roll a 2?
No.
Oh, not even 1.
I have rolled no 2.
How disappointing, but I can barely claim to be surprised by you, Fear, I must say. All right, well, this puts us in a position. Flame,
Yes.
you rolled 2 2s.
I did.
You may now choose, if you would like, and you don't have to offer pity to Fear and provide a scrap of aid in order to help Fear catch up with the rest of you. So if you would like to, you can do that. The benefit that you would reap is the ability to swap tokens of favor, which I imagine you wouldn't want to do, but if you would like to offer a scrap of pity to Fear, you may.
I think Flame will see Fear lagging behind. In that brief moment, she's enjoying her brief feeling of freedom, and a tiny bit of kindness envelops her and makes her warm. So she'll reach down and caress Fear's cheek and give some pity to them.
Mm-hmm.
You're just so
If
cute.
Fear is to accept, that is. So you feel free to kind of role play that how you want to, and Fear, you can role play either accepting or rejecting said pity.
You're just so
think-
cute.
I think, based on the question from the first round, Fear is looking lost in the blizzard, caught up, wrapped up in some emotion that is rising up from within them. And when they feel that caress, the trauma of that original blizzard fades away. And I don't think Fear even has a choice but to lean in to that warmth that they haven't felt in a long time and accept your pity. Thank you very much.
Of course.
All right. So we will answer the questions and we will go through. And if you could just take a little pity token. In fact, let me do that. I will pop that there. So that's going to go here. Okay. With your character. You have 1 pity. Okay. So in that case, we will again go in, so it will be the same order as last time, actually. So, Flame, you were the first to arrive. The forest opens a shortcut before you, and soon your strides cover miles. Do you grant the trees some offer or token of thanks, or do you scorn and curse them as you pass?
I think I do grant them thanks by not consuming them myself. So I will give a nod and be on my way without giving them a taste of the fire.
I love the sip of tea straight after. That was just... I do love the idea of the trees kind of just like, whoa, get out of the way of that. All right. Hunger, you are second. You are, I'm going to make a flame pun, hot on Flame's heels. Speak of the deep frozen roots and the tall barren canopies above. Do you stick to the game trails in your hunt and sail through the underbrush, or do you soar through the tall branches?
Oh, hunger continues hot on Flame's heels, and as they do, they're in the brush at the base of these trees, dancing among the roots as they continue forward. But eventually, as they feel this surge of continuing on in second place of favor, they do rise up and dance amongst the boughs of trees, making them themselves a touch hungrier as their few remaining leaves in the winter forest fall down to the roots.
I love that. Okay, Cold, you are once again still third in the pickings, as it were. Speak of the foolhardy beasts and how they mark your passing. Do they join you with the chase, or do they hide from you?
Oh, the beasts. They are not so foolhardy. They have learned. They know better. To chase me is to chase their end, potentially. Or to chase me is to lose what makes them then holy. And so they hide. And that is wise.
And lastly, fear. If you are the last, which you are, speak of the labyrinth of brush and evergreen that gives the Winter Queen's woods such a dense and wild shape that you almost lose your way. Why have you forgotten her wintry paths?
I think fear, chasing that touch of heat from Flame's caress, avoids the paths of the queen that are cold and frosty. It is instinctual, and no thoughts run through their smooth brain. They are chasing the light that is Flame at the head of the pack and leads them through these dark and twisted woods.
I love that. Okay, so thanks to an offering of pity, you have managed to all succeed. I would like those of you that rolled the dice and managed to achieve the number naturally to make a significant cut in their snowflake. Fear, you had to be helped, and so you make an insignificant cut within your snowflake. And then all four of you may turn over a dice sphere and you will put aside your 2, and you will all begin the next round with a pool of 4 dice to choose from. Or to roll with, I should say. Let me know when you are ready. All good? Yeah? Perfect. The Insignificant Snowflakes is a cool band name. All right. I just love occasionally looking at chat and then remembering that we're not in like a wintry world and like there are people making puns in chat. It's nice. Okay. So I'm sure that the mechanics are beginning to reveal themselves now. You are to roll 4 dice and you are to attempt to find a 3. If you could all roll, may the Winter Queen's blessings be upon you all. Okay, we start with Flame. Did you roll a 3?
And just a singular 3, yes.
Singular 3. Oh, Flame. Somehow I'm disappointed. Well, you achieved it. Hunger, did you roll a 3?
I am not one to disappoint my queen. I did not roll a 3.
You did not roll a 3?
I did not.
Okay, that makes things interesting. Hopefully one of your fellow spirits can help you. Cold, did you roll a 3?
1 3.
1 3. And Hunger, this is a strange place to be in, but I think that you are hoping for Fear here. Fear, did you roll a 3?
I was able to roll but 1 3.
1 3. I see. Well, then, in that case, you are Hunger, you have fallen behind at this point. So I will not be asking you a question in this moment. But we will go otherwise in favor order. Flame, we begin with you. As we have done, as I have expected of you. You are the first, and we will speak of the hunt unceasing. Tell me how you lead the pursuit. What war cry do you shout into the wintry storm?
Flame calls on the story she's heard of the hunters for the sea, sirens. And she doesn't call out in a war cry, but it's a singular, low vibrating hum that echoes out. Steady, strong, and warm, as it seems to reach out in a seductive way to pull the prey closer.
I love that so much. Cold, you are up next. Speak of the human's trail, nearly lost beneath the snow, but that you so deftly find. Do they leave behind a path of footprints, or something else in their wake?
In the wake of the human left behind in the snow, there are footprints, but there is will that is slowly being left behind, a miasmic trail unseeable to those who do not search for it. And I always search for the tiny crumbling bits of will.
These little story bites are delicious. I love it. Fear. I must say I'm surprised. You are the third. Speak of a treasure that the human has lost in their journey, but that you have found.
As we chase the human through the woods and the snow and the wind, a gust blows and shakes from around his neck a scarf. Fear just happens to catch it. It almost whips Fear in the face. And they grab onto it and smell the human scent and feel the love that was knitted into this scarf from the human's family member who gifted it to them.
All right. And Hunger, I'm disappointed. But we shall leave you behind for now. So, those of you that were successful in rolling your 3s, I would like you to make a significant cut into your snowflake. And once we have done with that, we're good. Yes. Very well. We shall move on. So, Hunger, you continue to roll 4 dice, and the rest of you are now rolling 3 dice. Hunger, you are still looking for your 3, and Flame, Cold, and Fear, you are now looking for a 4. If you could please roll your pool of dice, and we will see how you do. Oh, I see some disappointed faces. This could be interesting. All right. Flame. I would like you to tell me if you rolled let's start with, did you roll a 4?
I didn't.
You didn't. Did you roll a 3?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. Hunger, did you roll a 3?
Yes, my queen. It took me one extra round, but I have indeed rolled a 3.
Okay. And just out of interest, did you roll a 4?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. Cold, did you roll a 4?
I did not.
You did not. All right. And fear, did you roll a 4?
Well, if my more powerful and favored siblings could also not roll 4s, I too have not rolled a 4.
Okay. Well, actually, you're all very lucky. I think that we have Hunger to thank for Hunger having fallen behind and then able to roll your 3. It means that you all didn't fail your rolls, and so you are not one step closer to failing your hunt. So, all of you failed in rolling your 4. Hunger, then, you are the last, but you see that your siblings they stumble, they falter, and you are able to catch up. But tell me how you were nearly left behind by the other spirits. Talk to me. Did they distrust you? Do they fear you? Or did they mock you in their victory?
Hunger was forgotten. No one rolled an extra 3. No one was able to lend a helping hand. As they pressed on, Hunger was left to feel slightly insignificant, slightly fearful.
Ooh. Very, very interesting. All right. Well, Hunger, you may now make a significant cut into your snowflake because you did roll your own number.
And
And
my good queen, I have a question.
you may ask me a question.
Because I was late, because I have fallen behind, has my favor with you changed, or does it remain
It
at a
has
2?
not. It has not. Your favor would change only if pity is exchanged. But I am slightly disappointed for Flame.
Understood, my queen.
All right. In which case, that puts you all back on an even field. So now you are all rolling 3 dice again, and you are looking for a 4. Please roll. Okay, are we all ready? All right. Flame, tell me, did you manage to roll a 4 this time around?
I did not, my queen.
Flame, this is sad to hear. Hunger, did you roll a 4?
I did not, my queen.
Ooh, the 2 favorites did not manage to achieve their goal. Cold, did you roll a 4?
2 4s, Your Highness.
Okay, and last but certainly least, Fear, did you roll a 4?
Lowly Fear was not able to roll a 4.
Ooh, okay. Well, this puts things interesting. First of all, this time you must all be very thankful towards Cold, as were it not for them succeeding, you would have my displeasure, my first round of displeasure. However, Cold, you achieved your goal, and not only did you achieve it, you managed to achieve it and some You may offer a token of pity if you like, and you have your choice of spirits to aid, but you may only aid one.
Who to pick? I wonder.
I will remind you that whoever you offer pity to, you are able to swap your favor with that spirit. Should they accept your pity? Just something to note.
See. Dearest Flame.
Yes, Cold.
I do see that you are having some difficulty, and for the sake of what was once our friendship, I offer my hand to you. If you so choose to accept it, my aid.
I do. Don't tell the others, but I do sometimes yearn for your particular form of cold. I will gladly accept it if you're willing to give it.
Give it I shall.
All right. What I will say as well, just for future note, if we get another situation like that, if Flame had said no, I would have allowed you to kind of extend it to the others as well, and it would just kind of go in order of who you wanted to offer it to, and if they would get their chance to accept or reject. So what that means is, Flame, not looking so hot anymore, you must accept a token of pity. And Cold, did you want to swap your favor token?
I think that would do nicely, yes.
Yes. So you may now take number 1 top spot. And so I'm gonna have to start looking at this screen properly now. And Flame, you are now 3rd in my favor. I am most displeased that you have failed me twice in this manner. I expect better of you. All right. So let me know when you have done that. In that case as well, Cold, you may also make a significant cut into your snowflake. Flame, because you got your number through pity, you must make an insignificant cut into your snowflake, so a smaller cut essentially. And Hunger and Fear, you're lagging behind again. So let me just remember. Okay. So answer then me these questions. So you got your 4s, both of you, didn't you? So, Flame, speak of the fire that your quarry tries and fails to build. Does the kindling crumble? Are the flames ripped away by the winter winds? Speak of how their fire dies.
As they build their fire, they think back to happier times. Those simple, warm, passion-filled times. And how they're gone, withered and crumbled away like so many things before it. And just like that life, those memories, the flames, passions, cease to exist and is nothing but cold and dark.
Okay. And Cold, speak of how the wind cuts like knives through them and how they feebly attempt to resist its embrace.
I loan the wind my bounty of knives, though many have no names, only my most trusted I name, of course, and reckoning is not yet upon them. So I loan them a plethora. Small, spindly things that wind and twist, jagged bits of cutting wind. The human tries, ultimately fails to wrap themselves tighter to shield their face with their hands, their body curling deeper and deeper into themselves to no avail. The wind pierces everything.
And with that, the two of you may put aside your 4s. You will now be rolling with 2 dice, and you will be looking for 5s. Meanwhile, those lagging behind will continue to roll with 3 dice, and they will be looking for their 4s. So, if we could roll again and see how we do.
Okay.
All right. This time, we start with Cold. Cold, tell me, did you manage to roll your 5?
I did not.
You did not. All right. Hunger, did you... did you roll a 4? I must ask that first.
I did not.
No 4 or 5. Okay. Hunger, did you manage to roll a 4?
I do not have a 4, but perhaps I'd be willing to give one of my 2 5s.
Okay. Flame, you have 2 5s? That just hit me like
I have 2 5s, but no 4. I'm left hungry for a 4.
Yeah. I see your enthusiasm, but you're not quite there yet. Hunger, you need a 4 first. Flame, did you manage to roll a 5?
I did not, but I do have a 4.
Ooh. And Fear, did you roll a 4?
Fear has found their way and not only managed to roll a 4, but also rolled a 5.
All right, this is going to be the start of the most complicated round so far. Okay, hold on. Let me just do visualizers. So we start with Cold. Cold has not rolled a 4 or a 5, so you have no pity to offer, Cold. Okay, and you are hoping that someone will offer you some pity. All right. Hunger, you have rolled 2 5s. So while you are not in a position currently to get ahead, you may attempt to offer pity to maybe both of your friends lacking 5s. And I did hear on the grapevine that Flame did have a 4 to offer, so perhaps an exchange of some kind could be made. And then Fear, you managed to roll the dice that you needed, is that correct? Yes. So
Yes.
very lucky for you all. You must
But I
all
also
give
have
Fear...
a 5 to offer.
Yes, and you have your 5, but you must all give Fear your thanks. Were for it not for that, you would still receive my displeasure, even if you are all rolling each other's dice. Okay, so Hunger, would you like to offer pity to? We'll go in priority order. Would you like to offer pity to Cold?
Cold can handle themselves, I believe. I don't think they need my assistance right now.
All right. And
I
would you
wouldn't
like
take
to
it.
offer pity to Flame?
Flame, I'm curious, my queen. Must I offer pity, or would an exchange of simply the numbers work?
As long as you succeed in the hunt, I have no care for how you achieve it.
Dear Flame, you have something I need. I have something that will allow you to get even further ahead, further than cold. Would you be willing to join forces and share the wealth with me?
What is a flame without some hunger? Of course, my dear.
Dear Flame, I will provide you with what you seek.
All right. So what I'm hearing is mechanically the two of you are swapping essentially, and you are going to give each other your dice. Now I realized what you were asking me in character. You will still, just to be clear, and you can change your mind on that exchange if you want to, but you will still have tokens of pity because you did still offer each other pity. So both of you will take a token of pity for that exchange. You also, because you approached first, Hunger, you get a chance, if you like, to change with Flame if you want to. No. Now, Flame, you do. Hunger has been very generous here with you, but should you want to, because that is the nature of this game, you can choose to swap your favor token with
You
Hunger.
backstab me?
It is a choice. It is always a choice.
It's as I've said before. My love for her dies when I'm not her favorite, so right now, I don't see a need to change the ranks.
Thank you, Flame.
Interesting. In typical Telltale Games fashion, Hunger will remember that. Fear. It seems that no one has any need for your pity. No, wait, I'm wrong. Cold might have need for your pity, should you choose to offer it to Cold.
Cold. As I said earlier tonight, I feel a kinship with you. And this evening, I have experienced emotions and sensations that I haven't in a long, long time. Sympathy, warmth, life. I am willing to offer you my pity and promise you that I will not claim your favor. I am used to being the Winter Queen's lowliest child, and I will not wish that upon you this evening. Not yet.
Cold. Do you accept Fear's pity?
Oh, Fear, how gracious of you to offer me this. But the hollow in you matches the hollow in me. And the thing you must realize is I see through you. Your machinations, whatever they may be, and perhaps you have not even thought them through clearly yourself. I see them. Keep your pity for now.
Okay. Well, my spirits. What I believe this means is that all of you, bar Cold, have reached your 5th dice. Is that correct? Or is you're on 4. Yes, that's right, Hunger. So Cold and Hunger are still on 4?
And Fear.
Okay. So,
Fear past theirs.
I'm on 5.
Oh, you're on 5.
fear
Okay.
passed, yes. So fear
Okay.
has reached their 5th die. Okay. Fear, you actually were the first to reach it because you reached it naturally. So speak of how the blizzard itself responds as you near your quarry. Does the storm fall silent, or does it grow even more wild with your approach?
Watching fear fly through the blizzard, their path is a stuttering, stilted one. Rather than moving forward directly towards their quarry, they find the pockets of shadow and seem to traverse through the darkness itself, appearing here, appearing there, until appearing behind the prey, looming in the darkness.
And Flame, you are also closing in on your prey, surrounding them. Speak of the blades that you unsheath. Does the human catch a glimpse of them through the trees? Do they fear death? Do they fear you?
I feel that they do not see me coming, but it's more that they feel an anticipation that I'm near. In an opposite of my darling cold, whenever beings come to them, they fear the inevitable. But I give them solace and comfort, because once they enter the void, they belong to cold. So for this brief time, they're with me.
Okay. All right. Fear, did we roll? Did you? That was your 4th dice, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. I have asked you the wrong question. So what we will do is when you claim your 5th dice, I will ask you the other question.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you got your 4th. Flame got their 5th. Cold, you are still waiting for your 5th, but you have already claimed your 4th. And that leaves Hunger. You have just claimed your 4th dice. So, speak of the hollow ache within your human's within their stomach. What do they remember of their last meal?
What a perfect question for Hunger. Their last meal, as this human was about to head out on a journey, they didn't expect to be lost. They didn't nourish themselves as much as they should have. No oatmeal or loaves of bread stick to their ribs. No. But they were fed with berries whose juices have dried up in their stomachs.
Ooh, I like that a lot. All right. Those of you that rolled your dice naturally, which I believe is just fear, you may make a significant cut into your snowflake. Those of you that rolled, that managed to achieve your results by bartering, you may make an insignificant cut into your dice. And if I am following this correctly, we have Flame looking in this next round for a 6 with 1 dice. Yes. We have Hunger looking for a 5 with 2 dice. Yeah. We have Cold also looking for a 5 with 2 dice. And we have Fear looking for a 5 with 2 dice as well. Does that sound correct to everyone? Okay, lovely. So, roll your dice for me, please. All right. I see desolated looks. I see not some disappointment. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go again in favor order. So, Cold, you were looking for a 5. Tell me, did you achieve your 5?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. Did you happen to roll a 6?
No, I did not.
That's fine. Hunger, you are next in the Queen's favor. Did you achieve your 5?
I continue to hunger for a 5 and have no 6 to offer.
No 6 to offer. Lovely. Flame, you are third in favor. Did you achieve your goal? Did you get a 6?
The passion grows, and yes, I did get a 6.
You got a 6. Wow. Well done, Flame. All right. So you have achieved what you were set out to do, and luckily for the rest of you, I think. Fear, did you manage to get your 5? No. No. Okay. All right.
Nothing.
Well, it would seem that fear is the own flame. Sorry. Wow. It's getting late here in Britain. Okay. And it's
A true mother has to go through every child.
Every single name.
Look, I have many children as the Winter Queen. Okay. Sometimes I get everyone a little muddled up, but all right, Flame. Well, you are the only one that has succeeded, and the rest of you, I grow tired of the disappointments that you continue to bring to me. But my sweet little Flame, you claim your 6th dice, and you will speak of your victory. Certain. You are first. Speak of the last hope that you dangled in front of the human. What illusion of safety do you weave?
As I close in, with the warmth caressing his cheek, enveloping him in an embrace, he thinks back to home, thinks back to her, how she always approaches him with a smile and food in hand. He remembers the laughter. He remembers the comfort and love. And as I envelop him tighter and tighter, he remembers his farewells to her as he departs into these woods, knowing that he will never see her again.
All right. So, Flame, you are victorious in your hunt, but I will remind you that you will not succeed in the hunt overall unless all of the spirits can be victorious. You may continue to roll 1 dice purely for the purposes of offering pity. All right?
Okay.
But you have succeeded otherwise. The rest of you, gather your and also you may make Flame your last significant cut into your snowflake, and that will be your snowflake complete. Would you mind dropping that into the chat so that we can grab that for later once you have that picture, because I believe you are using a virtual snowflake maker. All right. Your camera, by the way, has just gone slightly out of focus. I'm not sure if that's just Okay. Cool. So the rest of you are all still looking for a 5. So I would like you all to roll your 2 dice, and I would like to see if you manage to do so. Okay. I'm really enjoying watching the faces as after you roll. I'm just the varied reactions is giving me everything. Okay, so Cold, did you succeed?
I did not.
Did not. Okay. Hunger, did you succeed?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. Fear, did you succeed? You did
I
not.
rolled 2 6s.
Well, that's all very well jumping ahead, Fear, but you are not quite there yet. But I do admire your enthusiasm somewhat. Flame,
Yes.
did you roll a 5 that you may offer as pity?
I did indeed roll a 5.
Oh, so I feel like Flame may just say your asses. Now, Flame, you're in an interesting position here. Currently, you are third in the Winter Queen's favor. And as much as I am pleased that you have made your part of the hunt, I may yet love you further should you rise in my favor by aiding a fellow spirit. So, would you like to offer pity? And I will go in order as usual. Would you like to offer pity to Cold, who is currently in the top spot?
I believe Cold will set out to do what they need to do. They don't need my help right now. I don't want their spot.
All right. Then tell me, will you offer any pity to Hunger?
Oh, Hunger. I saw the betrayal that you did to Cold. I know you took my journal. I would love to help you, just like you helped me. And also maybe just take your spot with that.
Tell me, Hunger, do you accept or reject this pity?
Hunger will accept the pity.
All right.
Flame, my dear,
Yes.
I see how I have wronged you. And though I do not regret my actions in the past, I do regret how they have affected our camaraderie.
I would never ask you to take back what you did because it's simply in our nature to do what we do. But I accept and give you my pity. And your spot is now mine.
All right. So if you would swap your tokens, please. And Hunger, you now are third in my favor. Flame, for completing your task and for aiding your fellow spirits, you are somewhat rising in the ranks, though I remain most impressed with Cold's ferociousness so far. And Hunger, you now have 2 tokens of pity. So I guess that means, Fear, that you have not been offered pity. Hunger, now that you have claimed your number 5. Speak of what you whisper to your prey. Do you tell them truths, mock them with taunts, or make wicked promises?
You will never be found. I whisper in their ear, creating a hunger within them for touch, starving them of any companionship.
All right. Okay. So you have managed to gain your next dice. So you are now also trying to get a 6 with 1 dice. And Flame, please continue to roll in case you are given pity to offer your fellow spirits. Cold and Fear, you continue to roll 2 dice and attempt to find your 5. All right, so we move on to our next round. Please roll your dice, and also Hunger, if you could make an insignificant cut into your snowflake. Yes, it's such an easy game to follow, but it's just remembering like the smaller details that can. But yes, it's good. So please roll your dice, and we will go in order when you are ready. It's a good thing we're not playing poker, Fear. All right. So, Cold, you remain somehow barely hanging on by the skin of your teeth. Top of my favor. So, tell me, Cold, did you achieve your 5?
I did.
You did. Excellent. And number 2, Flame, you have already achieved everything. Number 3, Hunger, did you achieve your 6?
I did not, my queen.
You did not. Then tell me, Fear, I think I know the answer already, but did you achieve your 5?
I rolled 2 5s.
You rolled 2 5s. So that would have been very useful for Cold, but Cold did roll their 5 already. We will go in order. So Cold, something strange happens. For a moment, you feel pity for the human, so easily and foolishly trapped. Speak of what it is that you see in them that summons forth this pathetic sympathy. Do they beg or weep? Do you know them?
Unwillingly, there is something about the human that feels familiar. And maybe it is in the way that their teeth chatter, or perhaps it is the shape of their eyes, or the color of their hair. Something is annoyingly familiar. But I refuse to linger on what that might be too long.
All right. I did forget to ask, Flame, did you roll a 6? No? Okay. Just in case you had that 6 and you wanted to offer it to Hunger, is the reason why. It escaped me for a moment there. All right. Well then, that leaves us with Fear. So, Fear, I'm now asking you the question I should have asked you before. Speak then of what is waiting for your prey at home and how they can feel it slipping away.
The human. At home, the human has its creature comforts: a bed, a fire, food, a lover, a loved one. But the thing that it will lack the most, if this hunt is concluded successfully, is a purpose.
All right. You both managed to roll your 5s naturally, so you may make significant cuts into your snowflake. And now we go on to our next round, and all 3 of you, fear, hunger, and cold, you are looking for a 6 with 1 dice. With 1 die, sorry. I would also like Flame to roll again in case pity is required in this instance. Okay, so if you will all roll for me, and we will go around and see how you do. Oh, the reactions were good for that one. Okay then. All right, let's go around in order. Tell me, Cold, did you roll a 6?
I did not.
You did not. Then tell me, Flame, rolling only for pity here, but did you roll a 6?
I did not.
You did not, so no pity. Hunger, you're next. Did you roll a 6?
My queen, I live to serve. I rolled a
Yes.
6.
I'm so pleased that suddenly someone seems to be making an advancement in this hunt. All right. And that leaves Fear. Tell me, Fear, you have not disappointed me again.
I will never fail to disappoint you, my queen. I have not rolled a 6.
You did not roll a 6. Well, then it seems that only Hunger has the drive to succeed in this particular instance. So, Hunger, you are the second to close in finally on your quarry. Speak of why the human stumbles and falls.
Throughout the hunt, many aspects of the winter, of the forest, have impacted this poor human. The roots in the ground, the hungry trees, the wicked wind, Cold's knives. Something from all of us has come. But indeed, it is the hunger in their body that saps them of all energy, making them trip and fall.
All right. So, you have succeeded. So much like Flame, now you will continue to roll. It will be 1 dice. I keep saying dice, and I get really annoyed at other people when I do that, so that's really not. But die. You'll continue to roll 1 die. And the rest of you are also continuing to roll 1 die in the hope that you will achieve your 6 naturally. Okay, so let us then roll again and see how we do. Cold, did you roll a 6?
I did not.
You did not. Flame, did you roll a 6 with your pity die?
I did.
You did. Okay. Hunger, did you roll a 6 with your pity die? Hunger, did you roll a 6 with your pity die?
Apologies, my queen. The winter winds have cut out my audio
They're so
for
deafening.
a moment.
It's so loud. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's a little hard to hear. So
I
speak
rolled
up,
a
dear.
5.
You didn't. No?
No.
Okay. Well, that's, you've already finished. So well done on that. Fear, did you roll a 6? You did not.
No.
Okay, well then, Flame. You are in a position, should you wish to offer pity. As Cold is highest in my ranking, somehow still here. You may choose to offer pity to Cold first. You are muted, dear. The winds have once again picked up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
Oof.
know, I'm not as young as I once was. If you could
I said anyway.
My dearest Cold, if I was to offer you aid, are you so proud that you would not accept it from me? Or would you be willing to bend to me as well?
Oh, dearest Flame, I feel as though this is a dance we have done many a time. Perhaps once more will not hurt so badly. I will accept your pity should you offer it.
All right,
Of
so
course.
Cold, you have accepted the pity. Flame, would you like to swap favor tokens and become my favorite once more?
Yes, but mainly because Cold can still be close by.
Aw, I ship it. All right. Well then, the two of you may swap your positions. So I believe that now puts Flame back in the top spot. And Cold, you have now reached second in my favor. Fear. Unfortunately, there is no more pity. Hunger did not roll pity for you, and you did not reach the result naturally. So you remain still needing a 6. And though it pains me to say it, you have shown yourself once again to be incompetent by being the thing holding us back. All right, so Cold, you did not reach it naturally, so you make an insignificant cut into your snowflake, and you must answer me this question for your 6. If you are the third, speak of the snow's embrace, how your prey struggles to stand, but knows they may never stand again.
It is a fun sort of tragedy to watch them as like a newborn babe, a foal attempting its first stand. It falls and falters, its legs buckling into the snow, freezing cold, the muscles tense, frozen, unyielding to the will of their owner. It is entertaining and sad, so sad.
Cold wins the creepy award.
Yes, yes.
All right. So then we move on to another round, and we are just waiting really for Fear to catch up with the rest of you. So you may all roll your pity die to help Fear along. But Fear, I would like you to roll your 1 die, and for goodness sake, please don't keep us waiting too long. Will you try to roll a 6 for me?
I will try, but I will fall short once again.
You did not roll a 6. We'll keep this brief. Did anyone roll a 6 to help? Oh, Flame, dearest Flame, there is a reason why you are my favorite, and it is because you come through every time.
I started high, then dropped, and then back high again, baby. Let's go.
You got a little tired in the middle there, and I worried briefly, but you know, you once again you rose to the rank. Tell me, Flame. Now, as tiring as it might be to see Fear struggle and struggle and struggle again, I grow bored. Do you offer your pity to Fear?
Fear, just like in the beginning, we are here in this moment. Would you like some aid? I must admit, and don't tell the others, I slightly admire your tenacity to get to this point, even if the fates seem to be cruel to you. So, I do offer some pity if you wish.
I have only managed to survive these countless hunts and unceasing winter by the good grace of my siblings, and I will gladly take the chance to warm myself by your fire once more.
Of course.
All right. So you have accepted the pity. You may make an insignificant cut, your final insignificant cut into your snowflake. I'm sending now into the chat what it is that you are to say, as you are the last. And I will like you to say it in whatever intonation or whichever mood strikes you.
And so, the human was captured.
All right. Fear, if you would take this opportunity, because you are also doing a virtual snowflake, so if you would take this opportunity, please, to send me your completed snowflake into the chat. What I now offer generously to my spirits and to all of you in the chat, we have reached the end of our hunt and we have only a little more left to go, as you have succeeded, and so you only need to tell me all about it now. Would you like a break? A short break before we go on, or would you like to hop to it, as it were?
Might as well finish it.
Yeah.
You want to finish? Yeah,
Let's
no
hop
break.
in.
I love your tenacity, spirits. I love. All right. Okay. So, let us move on to the capture then. So, in terms of how we judge this, I, as the Winter Queen, because you were successful in capturing the human, look most kindly upon whoever has the least marks of pity. That is Cold. So Cold will speak first in this. Will speak. Yes, Cold would speak first. Okay. Then if we have ties, which we do, we have a three-way tie, we then go in order of favor, as we always do. So let me just read through to make sure that my apologies. The spirit who has received the most marks of pity, basically the spirit that came last, speaks first, and the spirit who came first speaks last and ends our game. Does that make sense? So Cold, you will be speaking last. In terms of order, Fear, I believe that means that you are speaking first. So tell me then, you stand before my throne. You have brought the human captured, shaking and shivering, alive barely, and ready for my feasting. Tell me, Fear, I want to hear. Tell me of their final sweet moments. What was their dying thought? I know that you can see such things. Tell me this human's name.
This human, his name is Theodore. And his final thought is a plea, a cry for help to the universe, to the void. Please, he cries, do not let me become nothingness.
Such a pity, for that is what he will become. Okay. So, spirit, we will unfurl your flake of snow. And I will show it off. Here it is. So everyone have a little look at Fear's flake of snow. This is what ended up being cut. I see a number of insignificant cuts here, Fear.
A few.
A few. Let me just make this a little smaller so that I can pop it. I can pop it over here by Fear's token. But yes, so that is what my lovely spirits have been working towards. Thank you for showing me your most beautiful snowflake. Now, get back in the corner over there, please. You are still my least favorite. All right. We then move, I think, to hunger. Hunger. What a surprise. I see you a little differently than I did before. Still, I want you to tell me of the prowess that the spirits demonstrated most in the hunt. Which of these spirits, then, impressed you the most with their skill?
My darling queen, it is the spirit whom you've just shunned to the corner that impressed me most. Fear was tenacious. Fear and I collaborated. Fear collaborated with all spirits to ensure the capture of this human.
I see. Would you like me then to raise Fear in favor over you?
My dear queen, if you wish it.
That's the correct answer. You've passed. I won't, but I will look on Fear more kindly in future hunts. Maybe. All right. Well, let's take a very quick look. Give me just 1 second at Hunger's snowflake, which, oh my goodness, I believe is this rather jagged looking one here. That sounds about right. Hunger's like, yes, that sounds like mine. So let me put it here for everyone to see. Oh my goodness, this I love this one. It's very pretty.
Wait,
Oh,
this
that one's
flame.
mine.
This is red.
What? Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no,
mine.
yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry. I've revealed the wrong snowflake. Please.
It's okay. I made a secondary one because I think I did the cuts wrong.
You've sent a secondary one.
Yes.
Don't worry, everyone.
That was a bonus snowflake.
We're gonna get a bonus.
Surprise!
Okay, hold on, because this is not uploading. Here we go. I will now reveal Hunger's actual snowflake,
Which is also
you can
jagged.
all forget. Which is also exceptionally jagged. Oh my goodness, wow, you went bold with your significant cuts. I love that. Yes, that is beautiful. So let me just make that a little smaller, and we will pop that over here by your token. Okay. So then that does bring us to Flame. For you are my favorite. However, Cold did perform the most impressively in this hunt. And so I will hear from Cold last. Flame, tell me of the wintry dances that may now begin. How long will the melodies play for you, spirits? What song do I sing for my precious hunters?
It is a classic, and a tale as old as time itself. You sing a song of longing, a song of need, and a song of hunger. I love that song because it makes me think of other times. And I already did promise my dance card to someone. So the sooner we get that done, the better.
I think I know who that might be. All right. Well, absolutely. Chat, I want you to completely discard the bonus snowflake that you saw. It was not the correct snowflake in any way. This is Flame's snowflake. Feast your eyes. This is very pretty. Again, bold with significant cuts. And lots of stars. I really enjoy that, actually. Lots of like star shape. That's gorgeous. Okay. So thank you very much, Spirit, for your answer. And cold. And the Winter Queen gazes fondly upon you. Cold. We will now speak of the gift that I will give to you, and you alone. Gilded. Tell me of the warmth that I finally permit you. Does the blizzard now burn hot upon your ethereal skin? Does winter cradle you in its embrace? How do you thank me for this treasure?
A fine blessing you gift to me, your glacial majesty. I find the warmth of the blizzard fulfilling, sustaining, enticing. Not so dissimilar to a different warmth I know very well. But this one, it consumes my entire being. The warmth of the blizzard is all I have desired for so long, and I am so grateful. And to thank you, and perhaps you who know us so well and our hearts even better would know the unrest I felt at your punishment, the unease, and perhaps the more treacherous thoughts I dwelled, but they fade. And to thank you, I swear to snuff out any traitors among you for as long as I exist.
Well, this pleases me, Cold, as you have done, and you have earned back my happiness. See that you do not disappoint me again. And with that, you may, and you've been cutting up actual paper, so we can give a round of applause for that. Please unfold your snowflake so that we can see it.
The drama.
The
It looks kind of like a bird.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it does look like a bird. Yay! That is pretty. Oh, I love making snowflakes, by the way. And for everyone in chat, this little snowflake generator that I found, literally when I found it, I was like, oh, let me just test it out, make sure it works. And I spent a full hour a full hour just making snowflakes and then looking back and going, oh, where has the time gone? What am I doing? All right. And with that, everyone, we have come to the end of our game of To Serve Her Wintry Hunger. It has been an absolute blast. I have enjoyed every moment of this, as I knew that I would. I could just tell that this was going to be an absolutely gorgeous game. And honestly, like, I'm blown away by it. If you have not heard of this game, I desperately implore you to go and check it out. It's currently in Ashcan mode at the moment, and being worked on. But Cavalry Games are working on it right now, and it's gorgeous. It's really, truly gorgeous. With that said, I will now go round again to my lovely spirits, my lovely players, one last time. And I would like them all to talk a little bit about their human selves, and speak of the things that they do, when they're not viciously harrying and killing mortals in my service. And you know what? Let's go in favor order. Why not? One last time. So let's move then to Ava. Please tell us who you are and what it is you do and all about yourself.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your mother, Ava, here. I finally did the fan clack here. But you can find me anywhere at Madam Ava Couture. I will be in a couple of one-shots over on Girls in These Worlds for December, and then also an interesting one maybe on The Exquisite Corpse Presents. So just follow my socials. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Instagram, I'm on all of them. So just follow me there. It's been wonderful to be here finally. Thanks for having me, Kat.
That's all right. I enjoyed having you every second. I don't know if this was an intentional pun, but someone in the chat wrote, Fear, you were a fan favorite. And I don't know if that was when you released the pun or whether that was just a comment on how much everyone loved Fear. But either way, I'm here for it. All right. So who do we have next? Well, Cole, you moved up a little in the rankings. So let's go with you next, Ren. Please tell me who you are, where we find you, what you do. Go ahead.
Hi. I'm gonna lose the cold voice. Hi, I'm Ren. I'm on Twitter at Allegory of Death. I am also on TikTok at MaskRen. That's where I do cosplays. As for D&D games coming up, or any kind of TTRPG games coming up, I sometimes play with To Be Diced in a Neberon game, but otherwise, I'll just see what happens. Thank you for having me.
Ren is available, everyone. Just of note, and I think that we can all say that Ren is exceptionally talented. So please do cast Ren in your games. All right. Third in the rankings is, of course, my dear Hunger. Please, Shar, tell us who you are, where we find you, what you do.
I've dropped in the rankings, but I hope I haven't dropped in all of your hearts. I am Shar. I go by @Charlene Bear on all social media. You can find me on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Tabletop Titties on Twitch. That's titties with double D's, where I am the DM of our D&D show, and I play in our Vampire the Masquerade show. I'm also in 3 Black Halflings in their Kids on Bikes series, which is fully released now, so you can find that wherever pods are cast. And otherwise, on Roll For It, I am on their Call of Cthulhu show, which is very lovingly crafted by my partner in crime, Kelly Wright, and that takes place Thursday mornings on Twitch. So, but all of that, you can find it on my socials. I'll let you know where I'm at.
All right, amazing. Thank you so much, Shar. And that leaves us with the alleged fan favorite, but sadly the underdog and remaining the underdog in our game. Please, Fear, tell us, Krifu, where we can find you, who you are, what you do. Take it away.
Yeah, hi everyone. I am Krifu Bernal on all socials. I am an organizer over at the Horde of Tales channel, so you can give us a follow, like over there, where we're doing several different streams every week. We have at the moment a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game on Mondays and a Fabula Ultima game on Tuesdays. And next Friday is the season finale of this season of the EU Happy Hour, where we'll be playing a Candela Obscura game. So I hope to see you all there.
Ooh, all right. I love that. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Krifu. I guess that just leaves me, her ethereal, wintry majesty. I am Kat. I am otherwise known as the Law Mistress. Literally, no one calls me that in real life, but you know that's become my closing bit now for some reason. But I can be found on pretty much all socials at Law Mistress 93. Apart from Twitch, because why not go different and confuse everyone? Here on Twitch and on YouTube, you can find me at the Law Mistress. That's Lore, as in law that you would find within, say, a game. I have been doing a lot more streaming, as you can tell. I'm currently working my way, hopefully, towards getting affiliate here on Twitch. And as well as that, I'm a writer. I am working on a game with Hatchling Games. It's called Argonaut, and it's his sci-fi / Greek mythology. So that's going to be really fun and interesting. Beyond that, streams that you might see me on coming up. Well, there might be things coming up on my own channel. I've started doing a solo spotlight series because I enjoy playing solo games and doing solo journaling. I will also be appearing on, and I do a lot of stuff with Girls Run These Worlds, and I will be running a D&D 5e one-shot on the, I want to say the 19th of December, which I believe is a Tuesday. That is going to be using a Fistful of Crits Tobean's Winter Edition, because it is set in a cat cafe. And all my lovely cast here know that I have a wonderful cat who had been very good, actually. Millie has not been climbing all over my lap. I thought I was going to have to, get a wintry familiar at one point. But she's kind of sitting over there. She's doing a thing. But yes, big cat fan. So I'm doing a cat cafe D&D. So there'll be that, and I will also be playing on the Bleak Seasons channel, my very first game of Vatten, which I'm very excited about. Those of you that know me know I love some folklore, and I, like Brent, am also available. So please tell me if you have exciting games coming up and you want me in them, and I will do my very, very best to make it work, because I really enjoy playing games. With all that in mind and all that being said, I think that I'm loving the puns in chat. Like every time I come across, there's always a pun. We're going to head out now. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you all so much for joining us and watching us play this amazing game. I've had so much fun. I love my cast very much. So adore you all. You've been amazing, and you really brought the game to life. So cheers for flying and kind of making this game so good. We are going to, well, why not, let's raid now into Charlene's partner is currently playing Baldur's Gate 3, and who doesn't love a little bit of Baldur's Gate, to be honest? So I guess the way that you've written it is exactly what the channel name is and everything. Yeah, okay, perfect. So I will raid into Kelly's channel. And please do stick around and just kind of show Kelly some love, because Baldur's Gate 3 is a slog. I mean, it's great and it's so much fun. It's the most fun slog you'll ever have, but it's dedicating a lot of time into that. So yeah, let's go across and say hi to Kelly. And we will see you all later. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. Try and stay warm, folks, lest the Queen of Winter send her spirits your way. Bye. baby.